Oh, snappin', I'm back. What's going on, YouTubers? This is your favorite onion with yet another State of Decay 2 Daybreak weapons review. And in this review, I'm going to be looking at the second unlockable weapon, the CLEO battle rifle. Now, although the stats and specs for the weapons speak for themselves, I will be giving my evaluation on the weapon's abilities in combat. This will involve tactics that are best employed while the weapon is equipped, and my conclusive opinion. Evaluation will take place on four main fronts: ammunition economy, crowd control, pressure combat, and the most optimal role of the wielder. So looking at the rifle's ammunition economy, pretty much how long the weapon can practically last, wave to wave, the CLEO rifle has a somewhat below average magazine size containing a mere 16 rounds, and as displayed on the weapon's attributes, has a rather high damage output. In regards to ammo economy, this puts the weapon in an advantageous standing for killing common zombies quickly without having to worry too much about ammo expenditure. Additionally, CLEO ammo packs come with 32 rounds, which for the CLEO battle rifle equates to 2 mags per ammo pack. Given the CLEO battle rifle's damage output, this downplays how taxing the weapon truly is on ammo reserves. However, due to the high damage output, extra care should be taken so as to refrain from becoming trigger happy. Although user error is practically unavoidable, becoming too reliant on ranged combat will only increase said error. The CLEO battle rifle's crosshairs are identical to the CLEO pistol. Therefore, performing headshots is a rather easy feat and must take priority in eliminating targets. Considering that the CLEO battle rifle has a much greater impact than the CLEO pistol, it is more capable of dismembering regular zombies. Going a bit further, the wielder will have a much easier time dispatching the helmets of armored zombies. Even if the user is unsuccessful in removing the helmet, the impact alone under most circumstances will cause the armored zombie to fall, leaving it open for execution. The same train of events would apply if there were shots to the chest, midsection, or legs. Consequently, although headshots must take priority, there is a much smaller penalty for hitting the alternative areas. Now, the CLEO battle rifle is one of those weapons that can be used at pretty much any range. Although lacking any alternative magnification, the weapon can still score clean headshots from far range. Lastly, it is imperative that one not be fooled by the battle rifle's power. The Juggernaut is still a difficult enemy to take down. Although much more effective than the CLEO pistol, the CLEO battle rifle will still expend a major amount of ammo just for one Juggernaut, in which case the trade-off is simply not worth it. Alright, moving on to crowd control. The CLEO battle rifle is a semi-automatic weapon without an alternative fire setting. However, any user with a quick trigger finger will find themselves uninhibited in emptying a magazine. The only detriment to this, however, is a slightly slower reload speed, which can cost you some health if you're not judging a situation properly. On the flip side, given the CLEO battle rifle's below average clip size and high damage output, it has some potential to eliminate a crowd of regular zombies, or at the very least incapacitate them, as per the armored zombies. The magazine size, however, does limit its ability for long continuous fire. Additionally, the crosshairs, as discussed earlier, are identical to the CLEO pistol. Although headshots are rather simple, hitting multiple targets then becomes compromised, making a crowd control use of the weapon a lower value method, since the user is likely to expend the entire clip. But in the hands of a wise or less error-prone user, this may not always be the case. The battle rifle has the added ability to pierce multiple targets, which is a +1 in ammo economy and greater efficiency in eliminating multiple targets quickly. The CLEO battle rifle is very capable of crowd control, but should be avoided or not so heavily relied upon if possible, as its key attribute is designated in precision and efficiency. Alright, so now we'll look at pressure combat. Pressure combat refers to how efficiently a ranged weapon can be used to eliminate targets in multiple areas, or how well said weapon can complement your ability to eliminate multiple scattered enemies from varying ranges. The best combatant can mix weapon fire with the use of their melee weapon appropriately. They just need the correct tools. The CLEO battle rifle is built to be a headshot machine, and it's the one-shot ability of a ranged weapon that aids the user in their ability to eliminate multiple scattered targets. The CLEO battle rifle is effective at all ranges, but is most ideal at close to mid-range, for the most consistent headshots anyway. With this in mind, eliminating targets on both ends of your barricades is a relatively simple feat. Even before reaching your barricade, the battle rifle's precision, fire rate, and virtually inexistent recoil can be used to eliminate or, at the very least, hinder most targets. The battle rifle was made for pressure combat, but its low magazine size is the main concern. Provided that pressure fighting is split reasonably between melee and ranged combat, the CLEO battle rifle is quite the formidable weapon for repelling scattered targets. The same can be said in the event the barricades are down and must defend your technician. However, using the battle rifle under high-pressure circumstances is severely disadvantageous, as it may inhibit headshot precision and force one to rely solely on their melee weapon. Its low magazine size will also add to the ordeal. Mid-range is the ideal range. Very close range may prove to be more difficult. Eliminating one's ability to score consistent headshots will compromise the safety of their technician as well as their team. A combatant should not be without emergency explosives. Alright, so for the ideal role, there are 3 roles weapons can fit into: defensive, aggressive, or hybrid. Given everything about the CLEO battle rifle discussed so far, I would designate this weapon for a hybrid role. The CLEO battle rifle has high versatility in ranged combat and can kill or incapacitate most zombies with 1 to 2 rounds, which allows it to be used in most circumstances. The main shortcomings, however, exist with magazine size and effectiveness against the Juggernaut, pretty much the badass of the entire game. My overall opinion, this weapon will be my personal favorite, well, one of them anyway. Some of my best attempts were made using this weapon, but the ensuing Juggernauts made this weapon very difficult to use in later waves, and consequently put too much stress on my other resources. With solid teammates, I found this to be a formidable weapon in dealing with most threats, and it is a rather ammo-friendly weapon provided it is not abused, but used in harmony with other tools. Out of a score of 5, I give this weapon a solid 3.5. Hey, you reached the end of the video. Great job. Now hit subscribe.